everyone. My name is Jeanette Ramos, and I'm the founder and CEO of It Takes a Village Housing. It Takes a Village Housing is a nonprofit organization geared towards helping mothers get the services that they need to raise their children. It's going to provide not only drug treatment services for our mothers, but mentors for our children, home economics for our mothers. This is going to be a one-stop shop that's going to provide for our families. Drugs and alcohol seem to be a big part of our society, and how we eradicate that will be based upon what we do for this population. We're always looking for donations. Help us out with those donations. Anything that you can give would be a great help. We're always looking for beds, we're looking for toiletries, we're looking for money, and anything that you can provide us would be of great help. So if you're willing to provide this population with a second chance at life, check out my website at ittakesavillage1.org, or you can email me at ittakesavillagemom@gmail.com. Here's to It Takes a Village Housing, and I look forward to meeting with each and every one of you.
You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just come. Just come. Just come. Just come.
Thank you for joining me. Your host is Dominique Rivera, and you are watching Divine Encounters. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It is Sunday night, so that means all of your horoscopes are going to be read tonight. And make sure that while you're watching this feed, you have your high-quality H2O. This is not a passive viewing experience, but one where your energy is going to be shifting. You're going to learn a little bit about yourself towards the end of the episode today. I'm going to open the question for the day for any questions you, the audience member, has. You seekers. It can be questions about yourselves, your spirituality, or if you want a card pulled. But before we get into anything, make sure you toast to me as I toast to you. To your health, wealth, and prosperity. Cheers. Thanks. Shout out to my grandmom who got me this water drop bottle. And it comes with little flavors. I think it's pretty awesome. The flavors are amazing. If you have never tasted it, it's totally worth getting. All right. Yes. And don't forget that you guys can check me out as well at oracleofapollo.com or Facebook, The Oracle of Apollo, if you want to get a reading with me, start coaching. I just started a Healing with the Angels of the Energy Field program. It is 9 weeks long. We can catch you up, and you have a different relationship with different angels of the healing field for expansion on your personal issues while you're learning to connect with hearing, seeing, feeling, knowing, and developing those things. All right. So I am currently still around. I just came from South Carolina. Then I went into Raleigh, North Carolina. And now I am in Mandala Springs in North Carolina. So I have been traveling. You guys know this is why the background has been changing week to week. And yesterday, while I was in North Carolina, I did a tattoo ritual, shamanic tattoo ritual, and it was amazing. And today, as I got back, I actually did filming here at Mandala Springs for a breathwork workshop that was all about basically surrendering into your death and becoming rebirth. And that was an amazing experience to watch and witness. All right. So make sure you share this feed, because sharing this feed automatically qualifies you to be the winner at the end of this episode. And all you got to do is comment that you've shared it, stay to the end of the hour, and I'll make sure that you're still here. And if you're the winner, I will give you a personal reading. All right, so let's jump into tonight's episode, the horoscopes. Alrighty, so we're doing all of your horoscopes by element, which basically means water, earth, air, and fire. But don't worry if you don't know what element you are, I'm going to call you out. But before I do that, I like to have the card for the collective. And today it's a little bit different. So let's see what the card of the collective is today. And maybe this message resonates with you. So to that I say, what's good? All right, so we have a few cards here. We have the Hermit, a card that I have actually drawn from the Seven Sages Oracles of Apollo book, and our Angel Blessing card, which is Angel Faith today, blessing the collective with beauty. All right, so let's check into the meaning of the Hermit today. I'm sorry, not the Hermit. No, yeah, the Hermit. I was looking at the Hierophant for some reason in my mind. I don't know how I got those two mixed up. All right, so here we have the Hermit. And it says, "Oh, sweet light, how it glows. She is ready to see the miracle of luminosity, the soft emanation from the ethers that senses in her heart. She sees the light in dreams, and she knows that its brilliance comes bundled within sunlight and moonlight. So she journeys alone under the stars, ruminating on where it originates and how to access its wisdoms more readily. The Hermit Muse reminds you to process your experiences as a way to learn, knowing that your own smile is great company. Listen deeply and see the lessons that live in the simplest of things. The shiny lights you see in others are a reflection of the magic you already hold in your heart. So choose words that fuel your envisioned path and speak with the passion of purpose. It's time to find the sage within." And with that being said, here is the poem for this card that it comes with. Hi, everybody. What is your zodiac sign? Put that in the comment section below. Here's the poem for this card. "In solitude, we meet the muse. In solitude, she guides. In gratitude, she helps us choose. In darkness, she confides. And when I search inside her heart, she tells me I am free. Then in my solitude depart, because the muse is me." I got goosebumps from that. Wow. And then we have this little card that actually is in alignment with that particular hermit. And it says, "Neither advance nor retreat, wait or hold your ground as appropriate. The best action is inaction. Don't travel, stay firm. Don't let yourself be swayed." Phoebus refers to Apollo as bright and pure, which also characterizes the charity of his advice in this oracle. And the prompt is, "Stay thou, friend," Apollo plainly says. So we see here that we have two cards that are basically saying, dive deep, don't go anywhere, don't travel, just be within, be your own best company in this moment. Hey, Mr. Robert, thank you for being here. Virgo in the house. Love it. Alrighty, so we're going to be jumping into the first sign, and this show is going to be interactive, so please share it. Let other people come in. You might be just blessing someone with a message that they needed to hear in order to advance through their week. Also, sharing this and commenting that you shared automatically enters you to win a personal reading tonight in this hour of this show. This show is 1 hour long, and we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. With each elemental reading, we're going to add the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle, one card for each sign at the end of the sign. Hello, Mr. Adrian. So just prepared for that today. And during our segment where we normally ask the question of the day, I'm actually leaving that open for you, the audience, to ask your question. And it can be about anything, about yourself, about spirituality in general. and that's going to be open. All right. So we're going to be starting off today with water signs. Let's go. Okay, we're starting off with Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. You are the water signs of the zodiac. So let's see what is in the cards for you this week. Coming into Scorpio, Cancers, and Pisces. We are starting off with your own element, the Three of Water. Things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, and crying over spilled milk. Okay, Pisces, Pisces, Cancer, and why is my mind going blank? Water signs. Listen, sometimes things don't work out the way we had hoped, but it's very important to recognize that the best of our life is in front of us. We have not yet lived it. So it's important to recognize and accept the things that we can't change from the past. Is it even serving you holding on to something for so long that may have brought you some kind of discontentment or disappointment? Looking into the future is allowing us to create steps or take action steps that are going to be more beneficial to our path and more in alignment with ourselves. All right, what is your next card? Water signs. We have the next card for you, water signs, is ego. In original tarot, this card is actually the death card. And it says, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Actually, now that I think about it, it's the devil card. So what this is basically saying, you have choice. You can sit here and think about the past and suffer, or you can choose thoughts that make you feel good, make you feel in alignment, or take actions that make you feel good or put you into an alignment. So we can choose to sit here and sulk, or we can choose to take an action that's positive on our path and move forward to do something that is more joyous and more high vibe. Okay, water signs. Let's go to your next card. We have here the Two of Fire. This is the outcome, the future sense. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. So it's imperative right now, water signs, that you expand, that you keep moving, that you don't sulk, that you don't stay sitting and stagnant in the past. There's something here that is showing that once you allow yourself to accept and integrate these not so good feelings, even bringing acknowledgement to these shadow feelings, is going to allow you to come into your own. It's going to allow you to nurture yourself. It's going to allow you to pour into yourself, and it's going to allow you to expand and move through that. All right. And I like this new partnerships right here in this card, new partnerships or contracts. This could be business partners. This could be romantic partners. The Two of Fire is the Two of Wands. And this is about people who match your passions. Okay. So I really like this for you, water signs. For here on the Golden Girls deck, we have the Six of Cups, and we have Rose actually walking away. She has built a tower of chalices filled with wine that once brought robust energy, wine that brought fun and merriment and celebration. But for some reason, this no longer feeds her soul. It no longer nourishes her. She is not feeling connected to that life as she used to. So now if we see her, she's facing the moon. And when she's facing the moon, she's actually walking towards the moon being the symbol of the unknown. The moon also represents our fears. But even though she doesn't know what could possibly happen on her journey towards that new direction, towards that horizon, she's choosing it anyways, because she knows if she stays where she is, she's just going to have more of what she doesn't want. I like this. Then here we have the Four of Wands. This is the card of sacred union, marriages, celebrations, happiness. If you're looking for a yes or no question, if you have a yes or no question, this is the answer is yes. And I like this because your card not that long ago was talking about new partnerships coming into your field. New partnerships coming into your field could be a type of marriage. When we agree to work with somebody towards something, that's a sacred union. So that's what I see here in your cards. for you water signs. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. All right, so let's see now. Here we go. See, exactly. Exactly. This is very in alignment with that very first card you got, which I believe was the Four of Water. It is. And it says worry is a wasted emotion. That's because you're not taking any action toward eliminating or adjusting or fixing. Your aura begins to weaken when you start to worry, and it actually creates divots in your aura and you start to spill over. Worry can make you burn out and use up your energy in a way that is not harmonious to you. All right. So, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, worry is a wasted emotion. Let this go and start to focus on not just the feelings you want. I'm not talking about toxic positivity, but I'm talking about you choose what you want to hold on to. Okay. Here we go. Final outcome card for you, Cancer, Pisces, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Practice moderation, everything in moderation. So, not too much of one, not too much of the other. Soaking, if you start to catch yourself soaking, yeah, you can hold on to energy, but make sure that you don't actually stay there. Everything in moderation. That's very important for you right now, water signs. I haven't even thought of that word for a long time. Aura. Yes, your aura is your first line of protection. All right, and let's see what your angel blessing is here. I got a bag. Boom. Angel Michael blessing you, water signs, with daring. Daring to be bold, daring to make change, daring to uplift yourself, daring to move forward, daring to let go, daring to look inside. And as I promised, we are doing a new card today, which is the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle deck. Now, these cards, they're not like tarot, so they have different meanings, and I do not know them by heart. So here is the meaning of this particular card for you water signs. This crystal is Auralite. Auralite 23 has a sedative effect on the mind, stilling it so that profound healing and conscious connection with your soul, the universal mind, and higher dimensions occurs. Now, mind you, the collective message for today was the Hermit, so this is in alignment with that stillness. Self-understanding. You're a multi-layered soul on a course of accelerated spiritual growth. You came to Earth to share your knowledge. You have an ability to move between different dimensions, to anchor new vibrations into the Earth plane. The slowness and seemingly impossibility of this task have brought disillusionment and discontent, but do not despair. Raise your own consciousness and others will follow. Recognize that you are an integral part of humanity. Center yourself in inner peace and connect to your higher mind before making a decision. Beneficial contacts come through friends and family. It's not too much to know as whom that counts, and that includes higher beings. The healing insight is aligning to as above, so below, as within, as without. This leads to a sense of rightness and immersive well-being. Okay, so I hope that serves you, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. May that serve you. Let me know in the comment section below. Smash some hearts on that screen. Hit the thumbs up button. Share this feed. Comment that you shared because you may be tonight's winner. I'm picking a winner every single week to give a personal reading to during this show. And that just might be you. Also, without the incentive, you are also being a blessing for other people. They may need the message that is coming through tonight in this show. All right. And whenever you hear this, these are timeless readings. So whenever they come to you is when they're meant to be received. Wonderful. All right. We're going to go into the next elements of the evening. We're going to jump into earth signs. We just did water signs. And if you don't know if you're an earth sign, check the screen now. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this is for you. And don't forget, if you want to book a private reading with me, go to facebook.com, The Oracle of Apollo, or oracleofapollo.com. Okay, let's see what we have for you, earth signs. Let's move my water signs out of the way. And we're going to be starting up right here. Let's go. we have King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence, Earth signs. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. I like this card. So it's like, speak your mind with confidence. There are things worthwhile that you have to share with the world that have value. So don't convince yourself out of not sharing that. So ensure that you are being in an you're falling into an alignment, being with yourself and knowing what you want to share with the world. And this might not even be verbal. This could be through art. This could be through poetry. This could be through music, okay? This can come in many, many ways. It says balance mental and emotional considerations. Sometimes we're too much in our head and our heart misses us. So we have to come out of the head, the excess thinking, the potential of what ifs. Like let's say you wanted to go be an artist and you wanted to open a gallery, and now all of a sudden you're in a space where you're like, of course, this is just an example. Who's gonna buy my art? Did you love the art when you created it? Are you passionate about it? It's okay to be and feel confident and deserving of when you are putting your best foot forward, using your passions to also create abundance for yourself. 10 of Air. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Expect things to get better now. I like that. Expect, not be surprised, not wishful thinking, not hope. Expect. The same way when you order your Prime box from Amazon, you expect it to get here Tuesday by 10 a.m. It is the same thing. So expect things to get better now. This 10 of Air is saying whatever was building, and created all of that momentum and strife and angst and disappointments, or felt like it was stalling you, is concluding. So if you were feeling down, Earth signs, this is the end of a cycle and the beginning of another one. Recovering from an addiction. Addictions can literally be anything. They can be food, they can be caffeine, they can be worrying too much, they can be going out too much. So there's something here that you're letting go that may have been out of balance a little bit. All right, so just think of it that way. You have a lot of, okay, we have justice. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And you have the Justice card with Archangel Raguel. So basically what this is saying is what you want to receive, put it out into the world. I'm not saying if I'm nice and I'm nice to someone, they're going to be nice to me. I'm saying if I want to have my own business, I need to make sure that I have mindful business practices. If I need a partnership, I want to make sure I have sacred reciprocity. I want to make sure that the energy that I'm putting out into the world actually matches and is in alignment with my truest, authentic self, that it is the representation of my best version of myself, okay? This is just. Be fair in all ways. 2 of Water, a relationship continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. I love this. You had that ending of a cycle with the 10 of Air, and now here you have the 2 of Water. Something here is expanding. It is coming closer. It's going to get more clear. It's going to get warmer. It's going to get fuzzy. This doesn't just have to be a romantic partnership. This can also be a business deal coming to a close or coming closer to you. Okay, so just be mindful of that. The positive resolution of a conflict. And that's only going to come when you do your best. Because even when you do your best and the other person doesn't receive it, you're going to sleep okay at night knowing that you were honest, you were fair, and you were just. Okay. 8 of Wands. There's a lot of communication coming in at once. There's a lot of things happening at once. This could also be many choices and quick decisions. So I feel like for here, this is basically a timing. So when these opportunities come in, make sure that you recognize they're fleeting, is what I want to say about this particular card. The Page of Cups. Here is Rose from the Golden Girls, Betty White. And she's looking into this chalice. And there is a fish jumping out of the chalice. That is because she is imagining that fish there. She can imagine whatever she chooses, inside of this cup. Cup representing the suit of emotions and of emotions. All right. This is the heart space. This is how we feel. So we want to feel happy. She's envisioning how the happiness is going to be coming into her sphere, into her world. Okay. And as we imagine this happiness and this potential, knowing that imagination actually is proactive, because when we use that imagination in a proactive way, we're tapping into our emotions, and that those emotions send out a message into our quantum field that creates attraction. All right. Think of that. Are you attractive? Think of that. Not attractive, good looking. Are you attractive? Is your energy attractive? Are you attracting those things that you desire? Knight of Wands. This is the end of a difficult situation, a challenge. Having gone through the battle and having emerged, still standing, of course. We have Sophia here in the Golden Girls deck, leaning on her wand, having just gone through the battle, but still standing on her own merit. And finally, we have the High Priestess. This is saying tap into your intuition, tap into your divinity. You may already know the answers that you're seeking, and maybe you want another answer. But it's saying if you tap into your intuition, you already know the answers are within. Love is your energy. Exactly. Are you attractive? Love is your energy. If you put love into everything that you do, you're going to receive love. You're going to receive what love feels like. It's going to be like, wow, I put my energy into making clay pots. And now all of a sudden, a new world of potential hobbies has opened for me that I just enjoy. And everything feels like play. So love is your energy, and put that into everything that you do. Focus on the positive here. Just like that Page of Cups is saying, focus on the things you do want. Focus on the energies you do want. We all know what we don't want, but focusing on them more than 17 seconds actually creates a vibrational frequency in our quantum field that attracts more of that. So ensure that you are not focusing on anything detrimental or dense for more than 17 seconds. So focus on the positive and really sit with it so strongly that you can feel it in your body. Abundance is your birthright. You give of yourself with that love and that tenderness and that care, and you're going to receive exponentially because abundance is your birthright. All right. So just remind yourself, when you start to focus on lack, all you're going to see is lack. But if you recognize that abundance comes through us, not just monetarily, but through time, energy, and effort, you're going to notice how abundant you actually are. Okay, and then you're going to get the one card, the one crystal card that I said everybody was getting today. You got the Herkimer Diamond card. That's really cool. Herkimer Diamond. You are, for the sake of numerology, the number 46 when it comes to the Herkimer Diamond. And I like this. This card is all about instant energy, powerful energy generators that access and release past life information. Herkimer diamonds make excellent shields against geopathic stress and EMFs. EMFs are electromagnetic fields. This crystal works beyond the physical levels of being to bring harmony to the energy bodies of the soul. Keep careful note of your dreams. Now, we just talked about Rose dreaming into that cup, right? So keep careful note of your dreams as they reveal the underlying causes of your dis-ease. You may be particularly sensitive to EMF frequencies, radioactivity, and detrimental earth energy. You may be physically sensitive and need to clear a blocked third eye. Check that you're not living on a negative earth line. You may be addicted to your tablet or mobile phone and receiving detrimental vibes therefrom. Screen yourself appropriately. Love this card for you. Earth signs, and let's go ahead and pull you an angel blessing card as well. And you are getting today Angel Faith, blessing you with balance. Love this card, and I think you had a moderation card as well. So make sure you're claiming your angels blessings in the comment section below. The angels always want to work with you and through you, but they respect your free will. So make sure that you are claiming that. And I hope that serves you, earth signs. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you're sharing this live feed. At the end of this episode, I'm going to choose one winner. The only person that has shared so far is Mr. Robert. And so if you share, you could potentially be the recipient of a personal reading at the end of this feed. Also, after our signs today, what I'm going to be doing for the question of the day is answering your personal questions. So if you have something in your heart, something in your mind, you need an answer to it, go ahead and pop that in the comment section below in 2 more signs. And I'm going to choose your questions from anybody who posts them. And we're going to talk a little bit about the answers. And it can be about spirituality or just questions about yourself in regards to anything you need to know about. All right, so we're going to go ahead and clean up our energy real quick here. And then we're going to jump into that next sign. And if this is your first time watching, thank you for being here. We're live streaming every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday night is Supernatural Story Time. Sunday night is Horoscopes. I am traveling the whole summer, so I am not in my regular studio. And so let's go ahead now. And from 1 to 10, take notice of what you're feeling energetically in this moment. Put that in the comment section below now. 1 being this is the least amount of energy I can hold. 10, this is the most amount of energy I can hold. And we need to know where we are so that we know where we're going. So go ahead, pop that in there now. Alrighty, so where are you guys at energetically in this moment? Mr. Robert says he is at a 7. And we have a Facebook user with no name, and that's fine. And this is at an 8. Wonderful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hear the bell. Once you hear the bell, you're going to close your eyes. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. And we're actually going to use the Hermit's, Hermit, right? We're actually going to use the Hermit's prompts today to do and align our energy. Okay, so here we go. "60 seconds on the clock. Eyes are closed now. Breathing in the energy of being a sage or mentor, or inviting a sage or mentor into your space. Someone with wisdom that can assist you, or seeking and discovering that inner wisdom for yourself. Listening to guidance, being able to receive guidance and let go of resistance. Introspection, that's creating time for ourselves to look within. Taking time away from the noise, time away from the many, many obstacles in our day-to-day. Finding your voice, giving ourselves a time out, and cautioning against spending too much time alone. Spending too much time alone is the caution here. Breathing that energy out and just notice where you feel any tension in your body. Let that go. And just come into a space of gratitude for a moment. And thank your guides and ancestors and yourself for taking this one moment to elevate your energy. And then as you're coming back in, I bow to you all. Namaste. And as you're coming back in, notice what you're feeling from 1 to 10. And if you felt anything, did you feel hot, cold, tingling, pressure? Was there any movement, anything unusual, any kind of release? And then what number are you? Where are you at now from 1 to 10? 1, the least amount of energy. 10, the most amount of energy. And pop that in the comment section below now. I would like to know. I think I'm starting off at a 4 today. I was filming in the mountains all day. In the Appalachian Mountains is where I'm at right now. And it was a hike. It was a very, very many hours hike. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I feel very grounded though as well. Robert says he has moved up to a 9. Thank you, Robert, for sharing that. All right, we're going to jump back into your horoscopes now. We've already done water and we have done earth. So the next one, it looks like it's going to be air signs. Okay, air signs, this is for you. Alrighty, air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This is for you. And we were singing at a fire last night, so my voice is kind of like today. All right, so let's see what we have for you in the cards for the week. First, we have the 7 of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, and choose your battles wisely. The Seven of Fire is the Seven of Wands. So this can feel like a time where people are challenging our beliefs, our ideas, or challenges just in general. So if you feel like you're coming from a just and fair place, make sure you defend your just or fair place. That is not coming from ego. Be mindful of that. That's why it's important to choose your battles wisely. There are some people who are just not going to be receptive to your message. Acknowledge when you don't need to gift them your breath anymore. You don't have to give them any of your energy or entertain them anymore. So being able to understand when it's time to speak and when it's time to walk away is very important for you this week, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Emperor, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Archangel Michael with the number 4. This is the number of stability. So making sure that you have all your P's and Q's in place, that if there is something, a project or a situation that you have to defend or anything like that, making sure that you know where it's coming from, that you have all the information, all the data. They say that wars are won through intellect, through data. So make sure that you know where you're coming from and what you have to say in order to get through this. Structure and discipline. Don't quit. Continue to create habits that are productive. Continue to create habits that are serving your momentum forward. Page of Water. A new person enters your life. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A relationship begins a new phase and heightened psychic abilities. So if you're single, this is saying a new person is entering your life. If you're not single, it's saying a new phase begins. So this could be a new romantic cycle, or a new person could just enter your life and bring you discovery, adventure, joy, playfulness. It doesn't have to be romantic, because love is love. And last for this card, Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research and stop procrastinating. This is the card that's spoiled for choice. Everything seems so shiny. And sometimes as air signs, especially air signs, we can overthink. And that's because we have too many options. So if you have too many options, take away the one that is the easiest to take away, the one that brings you or doesn't lead you toward joy, that may in fact lead you away from joy, that is keeping you settling. Okay, whatever's keeping you settling, toss that to the side. The Queen of Swords. You're coming up here in a powerful position, air signs. You're coming up as your own suit here. The Queen of Swords. She is intellectual. She is direct. You see her hand is open here. She already knows what's coming, and she can cut through truth like a knife. Temperance. Make sure that you have patience. If you're currently building something or trying to get somewhere towards something, this is about alchemy. We're blending two things, maybe something from the past and something that we're learning. But there are two. Here we have Rose from the Golden Girls deck. And in the original tarot, the angel is actually pouring two chalices together, making water into wine. So this takes time and patience, as these two elements create a bond within one another. And here we have the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you have been feeling left out in the cold. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, not included, overthought, or an afterthought. Maybe you're feeling abandoned or left out, or you're just soaking at this moment. But I like the fact that there are so many cards that are showing that although you may be feeling unseen or unheard, that there's movement happening here, and that you're on your way, and that clarity is going to come in and assist you in that movement. The Moon. So the clarity has not arrived just quite yet. With the Moon card, these are about illusions that we have. These can also represent fears and places unknown. So allow yourself to lean into this. And I feel like more so than not, we find our path. We always find our path as long as we sit in the shadow long enough, like the hermit, to discover what we really desire, what we really want, because then and only then can we take action. This card we have is never judge another. So somebody could say, well, that person doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, but they're doing it. So that must mean that they know something. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know why they're doing it. So it's important to recognize that when we see something that we can't quite understand, instead of judging or being critical, that we can just hold space for them. Maybe ask questions if you're not sure. It's better than judging someone, and accepting people for who they are and where they are in life. Release toxic relationships. So I like this because earlier we had that a new person enters your life, and then you had choices too. So it's kind of like, are you settling for someone who, a friend, a family member, a loved one, a husband, a wife? Are you settling? Are you settling because of fear? Are you settling because of loneliness, being left out in the cold? Why are you holding on to patterns of the past that are detrimental to your future, that don't serve you? These are questions you really got to ask yourself. Why am I holding on to this? Even trees need pruning every once in a while. Very important to know, okay? And let's go here. Have an attitude of gratitude. So if you feel like you're spinning your wheels, if you feel you're not getting anywhere, if you feel like there's just too much happening at once and you can't find that space to make a choice, a decision, or see things clearly, it's because you've gone too far from the path of gratitude. Make sure that you find things to be grateful for in your day. Sit in your bed when you first wake up in the morning, touch your heart space, and just real quickly check off 5 things that you're grateful for, or that you're even appreciative for. That can look like, I have electricity in my house. I went to bed last night and I ate food. I have people who love me in my life. I'm in a warm, cozy, or cool bed. There are many things to be grateful for, and sometimes we overlook them, and then life can kind of get a little heavy. So make sure that you are having an attitude of gratitude. Live your bliss. And this is the way you're going to live your bliss, air signs, is by practicing that gratitude, falling into alignment with that energy, expanding your heart space, because once you do that, you have more things to be grateful for. More things fall into alignment here, okay? And I said today everybody was getting a special card, and you are no different. You have the Golden Healer Crystal here for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Ultimate healing. Golden healers are imbued with powerful transformative healing energies. They are catalysts for profound spiritual activation. Understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. The everyday self is bounded by 5 senses, expanded by a 6th, metaphysics. But this can transcend and move into a field that is non-local, which means everywhere and nowhere all at once, which there is no time, no space. You create the event being observed. Allow your soul, rather than your ego, to be your guide. Recognize your potential to be an amazing healer. Your abilities needed honing, and those who heal are so scored to develop empathy. Much in your life needs transforming. Surrender willingly to the process. Someone clinging to the past holds you back. I'm going to repeat that one again. Someone clinging to the past holds you back. Encourage them to let go. You may be asked to transform your environment or to take a challenging task. Do so with grace and ease. Healing flows through you. It is a process, not something you do. A process. I get, as a healer myself, I hear often, well, how long is it going to take? It is a process. If it took you 20 years to have it form and sit, it's going to take a long time to shut it down and get back into calibration. But everything creates momentum for everything else. All right, so that is for you, air signs. Let me know in the comment section below if that resonates with you. This is another chance to share this feed and comment that you shared. After this very next sign, we're going to do a question of the day where you, the audience, can ask any question. It can be about yourselves as well, or about spirituality in general. So put that in the comment section below. All right, we're going to jump into the last sign of the night, and that is going to be fire signs. Okay, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Resonated, thanks. You are so welcome. Okay, so let's see here what you have, fire signs. You also have the Hermit. We started off this read with the Hermit for the collective. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. There's some things you need to learn about yourself as you're building. Maybe you don't know what paths to take, but it's very imperative that you sit with yourself in this moment and allow yourself to expand. The Star. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. So everything that is happening for you around you right now is meant to be happening. But make sure that you know what you want and that you dream it. Dream big. Allow yourself to really tap into that dreaming imagination energy and feel what it feels like receiving it. The Nine of Air. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. If you worry too much about something, it is going to come true because everything is energy, and the law of attraction shows us that whatever we put out into the universe, we are going to receive once again. So it's imperative that you are allowing yourself to be a vessel of light and of love. All right. So here's your fourth card right now, which is the Five of Air. And the Five of Air says an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives. So if you continue to sit with these negative self-fulfilling prophecies, it is going to fulfill itself into the manifested physical form. So it's important to change, fall into your dreams. I want to say that, fall into what feels good, fall into love, okay? And excuse the music. This is a recording studio house. All right, we're going to jump into the next sign. So you guys are about to hear a lot of music in the background. Here we have the Three of Swords. This is a card. We see Dorothy here from the Golden Girls deck. This is a card of heartache, disappointments, and basically just heart pain in general. So there's something here that's looming around us, and this may have been from our unwise choice. Maybe we cut off something too quickly when it hasn't been fulfilled. Maybe we let our mind escape us and it manifested, and now we're having this deep disappointments. So it's important to recognize here that this can be shifted as well, but ultimately it's a choice. Two of Wands. Two of Wands represents a choice and choosing. She's already chosen here. This is why the other wand is sitting. She has the world in her hand, in her other hand, recognizing that she can have everything her heart desires, but it's up to her. This is Sophia in the Golden Girls deck. It's up to her to choose the path that is right for her. Seven of Wands. This is challenging information. So this is, I feel like you're maybe having a difficult mental load right now, Sagittarius. Maybe there's so many variables in your life right now that's kind of bringing up feelings that don't feel good and thoughts that don't feel good. But this is a challenge for you. This challenge is designed to make you stronger. These obstacles are designed to make you stronger. What do you do with the information that you receive? Are you going to be defeated, or are you going to use them to your advantage? Then we have the Eight of Swords. This is exactly what I just said. This card is echoing your fears. Eight of Swords is like that feeling of entrapment. She's here with swords all around her, not knowing what to do, maybe having sleepless nights. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So it's very important that you don't fall into the trap. You don't fall into the trap of worry. You don't fall into the trap of disappointment. You don't fall into the trap of creating fears. Okay, it's very important that you keep your fears in check right now, fire signs, because this is everything that's coming up for you is all fear related this week. Give without expectation. You give a little bit and receive a lot. Okay, you give someone trust, or you give someone an inch of cord, you might come back. They use that 1 inch of cord and attached it to a boat, and now you have a whole boat filled with potentials and opportunities. All right, so give without expectation. We don't release things, or we don't give freedom with the expectation that we're going to receive something. It is in the giving that is the reward. Okay, it is that detachment. It is that love. Okay, so just give with love. Love doesn't expect anything in return. It just wants to love. Choose love over fear. These cards are really echoing me today. Choose love over fear. It's like I just said. This fear that's coming through to you for whatever's happening in your life right now is not serving you. It's just depleting you. It's making you heavy. It's making you lethargic, and it's actually advancing and bringing those things that you don't want closer to you. So choose love. Fall into yourself. Find that love. Focus on your dream and the things that you want to manifest and the beauty in life, and you're going to have more of that. Make each day counts. Very important here. Don't make excuses. Don't allow yourself to just sit and sulk. Life is precious. Life is finite. And I actually made a post the other day that talked about reframing time for yourself. If you start to reframe time for yourself, the wording around time, in a way that sounds similar to, well, I've just spent, like when you spend today just worrying, you say, oh, I just spent the whole day worrying. No, you didn't. What you did was you willingly gave up an entire day of your life, of the entirety of your life. You gave up willingly a day to create worry. You willingly gave up essence and life force and time to this energy. Ask for guidance. And if you're not sure, ask. Find someone who is in alignment with you. Look up on YouTube, Google, go to master classes, find a mentor, ask for guidance. You don't have to know everything. As a matter of fact, nobody does know everything. This is why people have niches, okay? That's because they are experts in that niche. And even those experts still need other experts. I'm a coach for other coaches. So just be mindful of that. Ask for guidance. All right, and I'm going to give you your crystal for the day. Last opportunity to share this feed. Comment that you've shared it, and you could be the recipient of the personal reading today, which I'm going to do in about 4 minutes. And the question of the day, which is your questions at home, what you want to know about, maybe about yourself or the world or spirituality. Put that in the comment section below. All right, so let's see what we have for the fire signs for your crystal this week. Ancestral light. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say this is something to do with your ancestors, but I can actually feel this crystal. Let me know at home if you actually feel this crystal. Ancestral light, and it says, ancestral light has been radically modified during its time on Earth. It helps you find treasures hidden in your past. It takes healing way back and brings forward soul learning, rolling it into the future, but letting go of the experiences that created it. Any dis-ease you are carrying is ancient and has passed down through the ancestral line. It relates to prevailing attitudes and forbidden emotions that have been kept firmly repressed, as well to ancient traumas and family dramas. Take note of your dreams. Family secrets come to the surface. A radical rethink is called for on all you think and you believed. Allow yourself to feel. Don't suppress it. The ancestors are all those who have gone before you, not just your bloodline. Heal them and you will heal yourself. Manifesting the gifts of the past. All right, fire signs. I hope this resonates with you. Share this message with somebody that you feel like may need a pick-me-up today or have some clarity on their week. It also supports the show and lets you be a blessing for me as I continue to be a blessing for all of you. And even though I'm traveling, still put a lot of work and energy into finding space and time to creating these shows for you all. All right. And finally, your angel blessing. Fire signs. Angel Celestina is blessing you with friendship. So there are friends coming in to help elevate you here and assist you on your path. All righty. Okay, so thank you everybody for that. So what is your question of the day? What kind of question do you have for me? Put that in the comment section below. Now it can literally be about anything. Anything you want to know about. Spirituality is why we're here, for expansion and knowledge. And all I noticed was Mr. Robert was the only person that shared this feed. So yeah, I think we're going to make Mr. Robert the winner for today. So let's see what is going on for your questions of the day, if you have any. And if not, we're going to go ahead and move on with Mr. Roberts as he is the winner. Hey. Alrighty. Let's see. Robert says, teacher by training, how would I best begin helping him begin? I'm no teacher by training. How would I best begin helping him begin? It's diving into podcasts, master classes, going and experiencing things that you may even have a slight inclination toward, because in that knowledge is when you're going to know if this is for you or if this is not for you. And speaking of things for you, let's go ahead and do your cards, Robert. You have the Chariot, Archangel Metatron, and the number 7. An important achievement, self-discipline, willpower, public recognition. So this is the Chariot. This is a card of hard control. So this is reining in the strings, zipping up the purse strings, however you want to say it, focusing, putting your energy towards one direction and walking it fully to the dead end is what I'm saying here with this. You have the Strength cards. You have 2 major arcana cards. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. This could also be harsh judgments against yourself or towards yourself, okay? 2 of Earth, too much going on at once, the need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. You're doing too much. You are the Magician. You're manifesting whatever your main emotions are right now, and you're going through an ending right now. So don't let those feelings be the things that guide you. This is a card of balancing the 2 of Pentacles, balancing emotions and mind, making sure you're not giving too much attention to one particular area. And we have kindness counts. Again, letting go of that criticism, is being kind to yourself and to others, and forgive yourself. Very important. Not everything worked out the way you wanted it to, and that is okay. Archangel Michael blessing you with success, and your initial card, the Chariot, was also a card of success. So I hope that serves you, Mr. Robert, and let me know in the comment section below if it resonated. Okay, I got a question here from Facebook user. So let's go ahead and do the question of the day really, really quickly. Okay, the question of the day is, a fat bee came through my window and a dragonfly was in my house the other night. What's the meaning? I love this. So dragonfly has an extended meaning, and I do not have my books right now with me in regards to dragonfly specifically, but what you're going to do now when we get off this call or when you get off the show is go to dragonfly totem. I know dragonfly is a very strong animal. It is effortless. It gets things done. Bee is a working bee, and it's also an energy of dreaming. It's about being with other people and community. It's about pollinating, expanding our knowing and our knowledge, but working together towards something greater than ourselves. So for both of those, you can type in bee totem meaning and dragonfly totem meaning, and it will give you like a really long description of what those animals are. Yeah. So I love the bee. Bee is definitely a good omen. Dragonfly is a very good omen. I know, I want to say for you specifically, there's like wishes that are being granted, because I see kind of like dandelion energy around you. So I hope that serves you. Thank you guys for being here. Come back Wednesday night when I bring on a supernatural storytime guest. And I appreciate everybody being here today. So yeah, let's go ahead and thank you to Mandala Springs for sponsoring Divine Encounters this summer. May you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back. Ciao.
Imagine a verdant paradise that stands as a convergence of worlds, a living temple of native wilderness, a place where the full potential of inherent human and earth magic can be seen, felt, and understood. A space that attracts the brightest and best of educators on the leading edge. A place of permaculture designed for the benefit of future generations.
Everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, Just remember.